Hey yo, man, it's the fly guard himself, Westside Gunn.
You already know, man. Conway the Machine, the Almighty.
And this Benny the Butcher, and this the history of Griselda.
Ah,
Boom,
man.
boom, boom, boom! This is my brother, this is my cousin, you know what I'm saying? Like, since the beginning of time, man, you know what I'm saying? For the people that don't know, man, I was in the hospital when this man came out the pussy, man. This shit goes way our whole life, you know what I mean? The Hitler Westside Mass 1 was 2012, and it was before Griselda was formed. You know what I'm saying? That was me just tapping back into hip hop. Before that, I really haven't rhymed for like 7 years, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, let me just try something. And that's when, you know, bro was still recovering, you know what I mean, from being shot. And I just wanted to just tap in and, you know, that's what happened. But I didn't start Griselda to maybe Hitler 3. Me and bro did Hall and Nash, you know what I'm saying? And that was just the beginning of Griselda, me and bro doing that.
My first tape that I would just like to acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, as far as like a official Griselda release was probably Reject 2, because it was fully produced by Derringer. You know what I mean, we worked on it, executive produced by bro, and just the three of us put that shit all together, like, you know what I mean? We just was all in the same room, so to speak, kind of building that shit from scratch. So I acknowledge that as my first time, you know what I mean, getting my feet wet in this shit. But Hall and Nash, the Hall and Nash tape with me and him, that's when we started this. That's where the label birthed from.
It's no science. It was just, you know, the devil, a spinoff from The Devil Wears Prada. There's really no science behind it, you know what I mean? I looked at it, it was the same way, like, let me think of like the grimiest, flyest shit I could come up with, you know what I'm saying? It really wasn't nothing that I even thought deep into it, you know what I'm saying? And you know me, man, like I'm one of them people that I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? I just do what I want to do. So I'm just like, yo, you know what I mean? People approach me on it, I let you know. I just did 7 of them. So if it was that bad, it would have been shut down after 1, 2, definitely after 3, you know what I mean?
Right.
I got that shit big as fucking Times Square right now,
Square.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me bringing, you know, my art to the game, my vision, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, some people, like I said, it's just like, I just do me, and it's just like, if you like it, you like it, if you don't, you don't. If you love it, you love it, if you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? I don't really have to explain me doing me, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm always gonna do that first. And if you like it, you like it. So me just doing me, and me being real, and me being tapped into the culture for real, me being a real individual, you know, people love that. It's enough to build a cult following. It's enough people to respect what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? It might be more people that don't respect it than do. But I love everybody that do, you know what I mean? This lifestyle is a culture, it's not a gimmick. Like, this is just what, you know, we do for real, you know what I'm saying? So like, ever since Hitler 1, I had the flair on it. You know what I'm saying? I remember Ross putting that shit on after I did, and it got popular when Ross did it. And I was like, yo, I did this shit 2 years ago, but nobody knew who I was, so it didn't matter. But ever since day 1, it's always been art, it's always been fashion, it's always been wrestling since Hitler 1, you know what I'm saying? So growing up watching wrestling my whole life, there's nobody in the industry that's tapped into wrestling more than me. And I even own, you know what I'm saying, part owner of Hog Wrestling now, you know what I'm saying? So it's just the culture, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of this shit is not fun, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's what just, you know, keep me a kid, you know what I mean? It's the balance, you know what I mean? I need the wrestling for me to do the other shit. So they go hand in hand with me. You know, this was years ago, and you know, we was doing what we was doing underground, and you know, Big Ghost had like a good, you know, following, you know, just blogging, you know what I'm saying? And people was respecting what he was saying. He really didn't bite his tongue. He was just on some like you know what I mean, whatever type shit. So I respected his views on a lot of things, you know what I mean? And you know, he approached me. I was already like kind of a fan of his work when he was blogging. And at that time, it was just about building, you know what I'm saying? Step by step, brick by brick. So it was just like, yo, right now, you know, what we doing, this could actually help. And I'm like, well, let me hear the beats, you know, because he approached me like, yo, listen, you know, I do this shit all the time. People be bashing me for dogging everybody, but, you know, all I'm listening to is basically y'all. Like, I've been making beats, nobody knows that, but if you like them, let's do something. And you know, me and bro worked so fast, you know, we did the whole project in one day. You know, he just re-released it like a month or two ago. So it's a lot of people hearing it for the first time now, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people, that's one of the classic tapes on the low, you know what
I mean? Like before I got shot, I was, you know, doing music and doing projects, and I, you know, I was serious, but I don't think I was as serious as I needed to be. Like at that time when I was rapping and doing music, I was living in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? And my brother, he was managing, like, you know, he always been behind the scenes and just, you know, that type of time in the music game. Like, he like, yo, I'm gonna just push your shit in, you know what I mean? And how your shit, we gotta get this shit where it need to be or whatever. And so he was behind the scene. We was on some like Jay and Biggs, Burke type shit, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when I ended up going back. I ended up getting shot, you know what I mean? But when I'm, you know, just being shot and going through all that and shit, and just seeing where I'm at now and how I do things now and how I do business and handle all this shit now, is like, I realized that I wasn't serious. I was doing it, but I wasn't as serious until like when Reject 2 came out, and you know, I knew we had a shot to, you know what I mean, to do something crazy for the city, and you know what I mean, provide greatness and inspire worldwide. Like I'm seeing the murals and all that. That's when I was like, yeah, I gotta take this serious.
My first Griselda project was Butcher on Steroids. You know what I'm saying? And that came, I signed my Griselda contract earlier that year. You know what I'm saying? But I was with Reject 2 though. I was getting love from Reject 2. You know what I'm saying? And really around that time, I was on my way under the umbrella. Griselda Records is a version of what we've been doing all our life. Street entertainment and everything else. So I really wasn't fully under the umbrella as far as paperwork and business-wise, but that's when I got 3 features from him, and he really teaching me, you know what I'm saying, how to do everything, you know what I'm saying, on my first brick. But Butcher on Steroids was my first, you know what I'm saying, executive produced by Wes and everything. 10 to Talk 1 came out in 2004. I was on house arrest, staying in the house. That was my first time like fucking around with studio equipment and shit. That's when the first time I guess people know that I was like, you know, that I had a special love for, that I can go off on my own and do something. And 10 to Talk 2, that was the year after, 2005, and that was really like I said, Griselda is really, we used to be street entertainment. 10 to Talk 2 was like a project where I took over the whole city, and that was basically a street entertainment project, but I just slapped my face on it and made it a solo, you know what I mean, and went crazy. And that's why we named the other one 10 to Talk 3, you know what I'm saying?
We comfortable being ourselves, man, when we record and when we creating our music. We doing us. That's why we able to, you know, our cohesiveness. That's why the chemistry is so crazy, because they ain't doing no out of the box shit. We comfortable. Like even for my nigga Merce, like Rock Merce, that's what I get from him. Like that's why his music sound the way it sound, because he not trying to be nobody else. He on that Hempstead, Pimpstead shit. You know what I mean? 100%. And you know, I love it. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite niggas. Period. On and off the mic. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I just don't like when, you know, people try to, you know, marginalize us as like, yeah, we on some, it's a New York sound, and that you're bringing that New York vibe back. Like,
that's how I be confused. Like, what do Buffalo supposed to sound like?
Because people got it in their mind.
It says
it's like
Buffalo, New York. Even though we upstate, it's Buffalo, New York. You would get your head shot off from Buffalo before any borough. You see what I'm saying? So what do we supposed to sound like? Like you know, we grew up off the same shit everybody out here grew up off of. The same time y'all got it, we got it. So it's lifestyle, it's East Coast. You know, it's no different. You know what I'm saying? The same way, the same with the same thing. This ain't no cows and chickens. Like this is you walk up the street trying to get a juice, get your head blown off. You walking past 4 or 5 niggas hustling, selling dope. 5, 6 niggas running up to the car, trying to, you know what I mean? You fighting your man trying to get a $30 lick. Like this is what niggas grew up on. Niggas taking your chain. You go to the club, niggas jumping you. If you want to keep it a buck, Buffalo never changed the sound. New York City motherfuckers changed the sound. They wanted to go southpaw. They thought, let me do what I gotta do that's popular to get lit. Right. We don't do that shit in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? We keep it straight how we do it. That's why it sound how it sound. It might take us a longer time to get put on the scene so people can realize it and see it like, oh, that's Buffalo. You gotta think we're the first people ever out of Buffalo. So we had to work 10 times harder to throw it in your face. It's not my fault other motherfuckers was wanna lean with it and rock with it and do all that other shit. Y'all, we don't blame it on the Buffalo. We was still doing the same shit. Put that ski mask on your ass. So. First I went over there for, you know, to talk to Paul for management with Goliath. You know what I'm saying? You know, just me building over there, me building with Rock Nation, just me going into the offices, because, you know, I was always, you know, handling the business. So, you know, I was going over there a lot, so we just started building relationships personally with certain people. And, you know, at the time, you know, like I said, I was going over there for management. You know, Action Bronson was over there, which was on Fly God album. Danny Brown was over there, which was on Fly God album. Alchemist was over there, which is on Fly. You see what I'm saying? So it's like everybody over here at Goliath is my guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what I'm doing, I need management. You know what I'm saying? I respect the Paul for what he was doing, but of course, you know, building with me so much, he's seen the potential of everything else I was talking about. Like we might can make this shit bigger. You know what I mean? And you know, we talked to Marshall, and it made sense. And you know, I was just thinking like, you know, 8 Mile, get rich, die trying. You know what I mean? Like not taking nothing away from them, but you know, we've been through some real shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's a blessing that we up here right now, because if you really knew like the actual real Griselda story, you would be amazed. It's probably one of the greatest hip hop stories of all time. And that was a big part of going over there, because they were into like film, and they dealt with controversy, you know what I'm saying, all the things that Marshall went through. And, you know, at that time I had the Hitler shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, if anybody can help me even kind of control this in the industry, I need to go somewhere, you know what I mean, that already then dealt with so many other shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, it just made a lot of sense. And like I said, even if you hear the new album, it's still the raw, grimy shit, even on a major, like no extra bullshit at all, no fillers, no nothing, just straight raw from top to bottom. So it's like, I wanted to go somewhere where they understood that. The first time anybody from our city signed to a major, you know, it was just a lot came from that. So, you know, I'm grateful for for that situation. You know, 2-3 years later, it was just still building relationships. It's all about timing. Rock Nation wanted to sign me before Shady. And you know, just I feel like if we would have did it a few years ago, we probably wouldn't have had the same, you know, result. But like right now, it was perfect time. It's always about timing, you know what I mean? So many people rush into shit and feel like if you don't do it right now, the opportunity is gone. But this shows you like, nah, if you all real results is gonna happen. So me seeing that for 2 years or 2.5 years, and y'all still supporting and being there for us, and every time I text, you pick up, every time you text, I pick up, it's all love. It's like, yo, this is the time is right, you know what I mean? And let's do it, you know what I mean? Because you didn't already, you know what I'm saying, proved your point of who you are, so like, let's prove the point of who we are, and let's just make this a marriage and do what we do. So it's been love, it's been rolling ever since.
You come across these dudes and the work that they've been putting in, selling out the vinyl, selling out the merch, and the co-following that they garnered. You wouldn't think that another third person about to do the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Even if they told you, you wouldn't think so. Wes bringing me around and like, yo, it's my little cousin, he the illest nigga, you know what I'm saying? A couple niggas like, yeah, all right, you know what I'm saying? Till they got to dig deep. I knew I had the full support and I knew what we was about to do, so I feel like, yo, I'm the sleeper. At the Griselda shows, man, times they scream the words to the top of their lungs. It's like the fans like want you to, cause you on stage, you got the music playing behind you, you got the mic, you can hear yourself, but you can know the fans, they want you to hear them singing your song back to you. They want you to hear, so they looking at you, they screaming that shit loud as they could. You know what I'm saying? I always call it a zoo. Griselda shows is a zoo.
100%.
He a member of Griselda, you know what I'm saying? He living through us and he gonna shine through our music, and he played a part in all of our life, so it's only right that, you know what I'm saying, we bring him along on this ride and let everybody know about him. Is the more popular we get, we gonna scream his name and let people know, because he meant so much to us. And he had one of these tall chairs right here if he was still alive. So, you know what I'm saying? It's only right that we, you know what I mean, name the first debut shit, What Was Sheen Gonna Do, you know what I'm saying? We very family orientated, as you can see, from naming it after him, from all being cohesive, how we work together, from naming all the songs after Buffalo landmarks. That's what we do, we big on that.
You see you on my neck. Like, you see me, you gonna see Sheen Gunn. You know, Griselda, What Was Sheen Gonna Do? Like, he's still in the mix, you know what I mean?
You have a good ear.
I thought you was gonna call me a genius, but...
I was gonna get to that. Right? You're like the, puppet master, in a sense.
No, I don't wanna say that, but mastermind. Where's the smoke? The fuck is the smoke at, man? I ain't ate shit, I'm sober. What the fuck going on around here, man?